This is WYMT Mountain News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. We're going to begin with breaking news out of Perry County. Police right now are working a deadly shooting off Highway 15. We have a live look from the scene. This isn't too far from the station, and there you can see a live picture from the scene. It's at 4 Seam Branch Road off the entrance to Kentucky 15 South, and that area will be closed, we understand, for several hours as officers work this scene. Perry County Sheriff's deputies say as of now it is a death investigation, but they have not ruled out that it might be a murder. We have a reporter at the scene gathering information. Obviously, no names have been released yet. We hope to have a live report coming up at 6 o'clock. A road break in Letcher County, if it gives way, could strand an entire community with no way to drive out. Now they are pleading with road crews to come and fix it. WYMT's Will Puckett filed this report earlier in Letcher County.
Worry surrounds this break on a road in Letcher County.
We're just afraid that the kids is going to actually be the ones to reap the repercussion from it because it's going to fall. And when it does, I just hope and pray that a school bus is not on it. The cracks like this one take up a portion of Highway 803 in the Millstone community, a sign that the road is unstable. There's about 100+ people stranded up this road up through here as soon as this falls. It developed roughly 2 weeks ago. Then people who drive over and around it every day say it's getting worse. I just know it was going to go this past Sunday because so many people. This parking lot here is covered with vehicles. The crack is in a curve, and people say it can sneak up on drivers. I forget because there's really nothing there to remind you. They come out and put a little strip about this ball of orange paint. The state says the crack will have to be drilled to stabilize the falling earth, and it is not a quick fix. Heaven forbid somebody needs a fire truck, somebody's house catches on fire. But the community just wants it to be fixed sooner rather than later. To fix it, please fix it before somebody does get hurt. Joining the long list of areas in eastern Kentucky whose roads have taken a beating this winter. In Letcher County, Will Puckett, WYMT Mountain News.
State officials have looked at the break and have it on the contractor's list to fix. A retired state road worker lives along 803 and will keep an eye on it in the meantime. We've learned today that after the historic flooding, the water levels at Lake Cumberland are starting to go down. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers says that could take months, and they plan to let out large amounts of water to lower levels. They also said that since February 7th, the Wolf Creek Basin has received nearly 12 inches of rainfall. That translates into more than 550 billion gallons of water. Crews say the safety of those living near the lake is important and that they'll let those people know when releases of water are planned.
Well, it was another sunny day here in the mountains. It was absolutely beautiful outside, so hopefully you got to get out and enjoy it. Blue skies all around. You'll see that here on our Interstate 64 Moorhead cam. You can see sunshine and those blue skies have really taken over the day. A few clouds there as we head into the overnight hours. But Whitesburg, we are still seeing those blue skies and the sunshine, but we are going to see that sunset in the next hour or so. Pinpoint Doppler, a clean sweep. Finally, some good news, but the bad news is that we are going to see that change as we head into tomorrow because we are expecting a little bit of some scattered rain chances, but also some good news. You'll notice those flood warnings. We had a lot of green on the screen a couple of days ago. We've seen those definitely gone down over the past couple of days, but with more scattered rain chances, hopefully that won't create any more problems. Like I said, not expecting any widespread issues. Temperatures, though, they're into those low to mid 60s, so dropping a little bit, but overall still warm. So definitely you still have some time to get out and enjoy it this evening before we start to see cooler temperatures and rain return to the forecast tomorrow. We'll talk about that and more coming up in just a little bit. Steve.
Thank you, Paige. A former manager for Armstrong Coal is indicted after investigators say he skirted safety regulations. A release from the U.S. Attorney's Office says Glendale Buddy Hardison worked with others to lie to regulators about how much breathable dust was in 2 mines in Ohio and Muhlenberg counties. Prosecutors walked us through how they say the deception took place.
This device was taken from the miner at the mine face, the dustiest part of the mine, the most dangerous part of the mine. This device was taken from that miner and hung in clean air. Guess who wasn't in clean air? This device spent time in clean air. The miners were not in clean air. They were back at the most dangerous point at the mine without the means of measuring what they were being exposed to.
8 other people are also under indictment. Armstrong Coal is now bankrupt. The mine in Ohio County, where investigators say this happened, is still running, but has a new owner. Changes to IDs are coming to Kentucky soon, and you'll be able to get one of those new licenses. These new IDs are in line with federal guidelines, and starting near the end of 2020, you won't be able to fly without one. Victor Puente spoke to a county clerk about the changes they'll be making as they prepare for the new system.
New IDs planned for Kentucky will be rolled out at clerk's offices across the state in the coming weeks.
Madison County is selected to get it April 1st in Richmond and April 15th in Berea.
Others will be sooner, but the state hopes to have everyone switched over by the end of May. The new licenses are required to get Kentuckians in line with federal requirements that were imposed in 2005.
Won't be able to travel through TSA or enter any federal facilities without the new ID.
The new licenses will be manufactured in a central location and then mailed out. People will get their pictures taken, get a temporary license, and then receive their new one through the mail. Using one location will hopefully make the process more secure.
They don't want 120 to 130 different places making driver's licenses.
The change for travel goes into effect October of 2020. After that, the IDs we have now won't work for the TSA. That doesn't mean you'll have to make the change right away.
If you don't plan on flying or you don't plan on visiting any federal facilities, then your current license will be fine.
At least until you renew it. Then you'll have the choice of getting the new voluntary travel ID or a standard version that can't be used for federal purposes.
Victor Puente, WYMT Mountain News.
And we are checking with all of our county clerks to see when they plan to make the change. Also in Frankfort, bourbon distillers say they feel left out of a bill going through the General Assembly. The bill would allow you to have up to 24 cases of wine mailed to you each year. That does not include bourbon. The Kentucky Distillers Association says wineries from other states are trying to change Kentucky's law. Distillers say they just want to be treated the same as winemakers. Right now, the bill is in a House committee. In Rockcastle County, a jury convicted a man of sexual abuse. From 2015 to 2017, Robert Napier sexually abused a 12-year-old and 16-year-old. Napier denied the claims, but his testimony was inconsistent with the statements he gave Kentucky State Police. After hearing several witnesses speak in Napier's defense, the jury decided the children were telling the truth. President Donald Trump will have a busy day of meetings with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. The United States wants peace on the Korean Peninsula and the dismantling of the country's nuclear weapons program. The North Koreans want sanctions relief and more economic opportunities. Some concrete steps experts would like to see include access to North Korea's uranium enrichment sites, but President Trump has urged patience as he negotiates with North Korea.
Some people would like to see it go quicker. I'm satisfied, you're satisfied. We want to be happy with what we're doing.
During their exchanges, Kim Jong-un praised the president for having the political courage to hold the summit and expressed hope for a successful outcome. Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, officers along Interstate 75 from Williamsburg to Covington pay tribute to a Tennessee officer that died in the line of duty.
And we're starting to see those winds shift out of the north and the northwest, and that's due to the cold front that'll be moving into the mountains a little bit later tonight and into tomorrow. That'll bring some scattered rain chances, and then even as we head into the weekend, could be talking about the potential for snow.
Coming up, I'm Marianne Fletcher in Johnson County, and today I tagged along with a few Red Cross volunteers. Straight ahead, I'll tell you why they're asking for more help.